Hi, morning everyone, Richard here. I'm outdoor at the skate park to test out. Okay, when you're talking, the plane flies over, right? Okay, anyway, I'm at the skate park. I'm going to record. This is the Canon R8 and this is the Osmo Action 5 Pro. So I'm going to do two recording because the comments as the bit rate for the Action 5 Pro is pretty low. They say it's at 4K 60, it's only 70 plus to 80 megabits per second. So I'm going to record it with the R8 and see how it goes. Once I edit it and put it up in the YouTube, do you see any great difference in terms of image quality, right? So I'm using a very old lens on the R8, which is 20 to 40 mm. So let's see how it looks like. And then at the same time, I'm recording 4K 60 on the R8, full resolution with the IPV full. And the Osmo Action is 4K 60. And we shall have a look and see how it looks like. Okay, so the R8 is using standard stabilization. There's no IS on the lens and there's no IBIS on the R8. So whereas the Action 5 Pro is already stabilized. It's horizon balancing, which I normally use. So when you do horizon balancing means if you tilt it sideways, you can see the R8 is tilted, but the Action 5 doesn't tilt. So we want to see the image quality with, that means full specs on, which horizon balancing, how bad is the bit rate, and people are complaining about. I have no idea why you worry about the. I think the bit rate is sufficient for me, but we just want to see how it looks like with the R8 comparison. So I was hoping for some bikes to do jump, so I can do some slow-mo. Later on I'll do 120 frames per second slow-mo, and we shall see how it looks like for 120 frames, 120 FPS for both cameras. So the thing is, on the R8, the 120 is only at 1080p. So I'll have to upscale it or bring both down to 1080p. So anyway, we'll shoot 120p on Action 5 and we'll shoot 120p on the R8, and we can see how the video will look like. So at the moment, this is how it looks like between the full frame 24 megapixel camera on the R8 and the Action Cam 1/1/3 size at the Action Cam size, right, sensor. So 1/1/3 sensor. So, and field of view is 155 on the Action Cam. So I'm not sure how much that translates to in full frame, but I'm shooting at 20 mm on the R8, which is with a slight crop because of the IS on. I didn't on the full IS, enhanced IS. It'll crop in more. It'll bring it down to 28 mm if I run the full. So currently now walking around, and don't compare stabilization, please. There's no way the Action Cam can lose to a full frame, right? Unless I'm using a gimbal. Anyway, so this is how it looks like on the full frame. And we shall walk around and see on the skate park. Again, the Action Cam shoots in HDR, right? So the full frame, I'm just using it normal 4K 60 IPV. And I'm not sure, I think the battery will run out faster on the R8. So let's see how it looks like. The lens is an old lens, so you hear probably some focusing sound on the lens. But I'm using the mic here, so hopefully you won't get that sound. And we want to see how bad is the shadow area. It's pretty good day to test. There's no sunlight. It's very cloudy, it's dim. So I guess the ISO is pretty high on this. On the R8, I'm shooting full aperture priority. So I'm letting the shutters run by itself. So whereas the action cam, you can't, action 5 you can't set anything except that I underexposed it a bit because and I reduced I think the sharpness, right? So hopefully it looks nicer. Anyway, you can hear the lens is crazily making sound, and I shall go down to the skate park part. Hopefully I can get hold of some people skating. Okay, currently I think it's shooting about 1 over 1000 for the R8, and the action cam is adjusting by itself, so it's 4K 60. But on the both are 4K 60, but the R8 I think its shutter speed has gone up to 1 over 1000 because I'm shooting f2.8 at 20mm for the R8 lens, and the action cam is it looks very much wider on the action cam, right? So 155 field of view, and the R8 battery has already gone down by half. So that's the thing, the action 5 has very good battery. I shot the whole since the full charge 100%. I shot it down to 1 orange bar. It's about 2.5 hours it managed to shoot, which is not bad. It's quite good. So we shall see how the video come out. You can see the dark areas. The dark areas are at the building where the windows are inside the building, and the bright area is where the skate park is. So if you're going to see any bitrate issue, it'll be on the dark area. But then again, the Action 5 is shooting at HDR, so whereas the R8 is just shooting at 4K 60 full IPB. Right, so we shall have a look at the video, and then after that we shall test the 120 frames per second, 120 frames per second slow-mo, if I can find someone to do some jumps. Okay, now I'm going to go into the tunnel, and you can see how dark it is. Hopefully not too shaky in my hand. So we'll walk through the tunnel, and you can see how the full frame and the action cam fares in the low light. 4K 60 still, and look at the brightness of both auto adjusted, so you can see the ISO probably is pretty high. And let's get out of the tunnel. So you want to see the bitrate comparison, right? So which I don't think is really fair to compare a full frame to action cam. But the most important is the action cam captures everything and is smooth. That is the most important part of using the action cam, right? Okay, next up, I forgot to test this. Subject tracking on the Action 5. You can see in the Action 5 there would be, okay, let's see. See, the Action 5 has a subject tracking. There's a box on me. Look at that. Right, so that's how it looks like. So it's tracking me, so then it'll keep me in the center. So I'm not sure how it looks like, but on the main full frame camera, you can see how I go. When I go off to the stairs, does it track me? Does it center me? That's how it looks like. And then there's the subject tracking there as well, which is good. So that's it. That's for all. So thanks everyone for watching. Do subscribe and like on this video and share it with your friends if they are interested in the Action 5 or even the R8 to have a look at how the 120 frames per second look like and how the bitrate on the Action 5 compared to a full frame camera looks like. So I hope you like the video and give me a thumbs up and see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.